The time for talk is finally finished. Because it's time to saddle up Mount Gambier, because here we go.
Fari back upstairs. Oh, McFadden on the back wheels.
Slingshots out at two-wheel to wheelies on the outside of J-Mac.
Here comes TVG. Slide job on pit. Inside, also Michael Code in the 51. Inside he goes on Stansfield. So it's all rocking and rolling through turn 4. Nicola leads where Alex...
As they come on turn number 2, Jenny line out, sneaks on the low side and nearly into turn 3.
Stephen Lyons is the king. He wins the challenge.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. Good evening, race fans. My name is Brett Wheeler, joined in the booth along with Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers. Tommy, it's good to have you back here in the Ultimate Dirt TV booth on a Sunday night, and welcome back to Lanier National Speedway for another round of the series.
Absolutely fantastic to be back with you. Thank you for bringing me back. Apparently I passed the test last week, and see if I can do it again this week.
Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. We've got practice on the racetrack for the moment, and we've got just under 30 seconds. And with the fixed setup again, we are looking at roughly around 35 drivers sighted to the pit area to contest this round of the series. You just see the birds just flying past the cameras here on above the track. And have you done much racing on Lanier, Tommy?
A little here and there, not too much yet. That was one of the tracks I accidentally was practicing on, thinking one of the league races was there, and it was not. So I did get a little practice on it, but nothing extreme.
All right, well, it's only a short track, as you know, 3/8 of a mile in distance, as that practice session has concluded. And it is now to the qualifying session here for the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com, the UMP Modified Series. Take a look at the top 20 qualifiers on the left-hand side of your screen. Down the bottom left is going to be the driver that we are going to be currently watching throughout this qualifying session. In fact, while we've got a moment, of course, don't forget to check out World of Thunder Racing League on Facebook and, of course, on the World Wide Web, www.wotrl.com, and of course don't forget to check out dirtfan.com on their website. Well, if you missed it, dirtfan.com, and of course on their Facebook page as well. Tommy, as always, where can people find information about Checkers and Wreckers?
If you're looking for any information on the podcast there, hop on over to Facebook and check out, hit that search button for Checkers and Wreckers, or you can hop on over to www.bwsports1.com.
There you go, nice and simple. So we've got cars on the racetrack right now for this qualifying session. I think I need to turn the volume up because I can barely hear the cars going around this racetrack at the moment. Either that or I'm going deaf, and well, either I'm sure it's not too good. But Clifford Driscoll cut up a 63 on screen at the moment. Fifth quick with a 15.236. Aaron Brombolo, 6th quick. Brad Haldane, I'm going to go with in the 113 car. First time we've seen him here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Garrett Niebuhr, the 19N car, 20th quick at the moment. Eric Scalfi in car number 26, and I think Trading Paints might be still updating.
I did see a couple pull out with white there, so hey, it happens. It'll go quick though, I'm sure.
Time to beat and the driver to beat. Jordan Casey so far 15.070. We come off Fairbury last week. Tommy, it's another one of these short tracks for the UMP Modifieds. I'm expecting some good close racing here once again.
Absolutely. In short track racing, what's that breed? A little temper. So we'll see if these drivers keep it cool, keep their calm, and get around here and have some nice, clean racing.
Why do I not believe that? Short track racing, heated drivers fighting for little bits of real estate. Yeah, it just sim racing in general.
Trust me, I understand that completely.
All right, Blake Majulis, the 127 car, 3rd quick with a 15.122. Tommy Bush in caliber 14, 19th quick at the moment. See if Tommy can better his lap time of 15.356. JD Brown driving the Bad Racing number 14 machine, 7th quick at the moment with a 15.181. And there's not a whole lot of other drivers left on the racetrack, and it looks like 36 cars have officially taken a lap time here at Lanier National Speedway for round number 3 of the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. Just the 3 heat races on the program for tonight. Heat number 1. Let's quickly take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, driving, it'll be caliber 42 of Jordan Casey. On the outside of the front row, driving caliber 33, Evan C. Position number 3, caliber 14 of JD Brown. On his outside, driving caliber 01, Aaron Brombolo will start position number 4. Position number 5 in caliber 243, it's Ray Pinson. Carlson Nicholson in caliber 36 starts position number 6. It's not George, but it is Tommy Bush in caliber 14 out of position 7. Garrett Niebuhr will start position number 8. Jason Skinner, the principal, lines up out of position number 9. Brad Haldane in caliber 113 will start position 10. The Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan, starts position 11th. Out of position 12, it's going to be Eric Alexander. Tommy, as like we did last week, we'll let you try and pick a winner in this one. Who do you think is going to get the job done in heat number 1?
It's really hard not to go with the pole setter, but you know what? Evan C. seems to be fast. He seems that he's got it down. I'll say he makes the pass and wins this heat here.
Ooh, all right, bold prediction there. Of course, these drivers were fairly close in the qualifying session. I'm going to go with the guy with the obvious choice, the guy that starts on pole. Anytime you get a chance to pick a guy that starts on pole, 9 out of 10 times you'll all but take him. Anyhow, 10 laps on, make that 8 laps on the board. The green flag is out. Heat number 1 of the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. Casey gets to the top shelf through turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Brown looking up on the inside there through 3 and 4 on Evan C. But keep an eye on Brombolo as well on the outside in the black and red 01 machine. Cuts down to the inside into turn number 1 and 2. Tommy, some good side-by-side action early on in heat number 1.
Yeah, it's always fun hearing these UMPs. These are tough to drive, so these guys going side by side, it's always making it fun and interesting to watch here.
Evan C. putting the pressure there on Jordan Casey through turn number 1 and 2. They're on the slider line. Down your back straight away. Lap number 3 of 8. 5 to run this time. Bypass the start-finish line. Casey holds on to the top spot. C in second. Third is still JD Brown. So the top 3 go through to the main event. Top 2 go into the redraw. So we'll have 6 cars in the redraw position. Everybody else gets shuffled into what would probably be 2 B mains here tonight. And you don't want to be in those B mains. You'd love just to get a direct transfer into the main event. But we continue to watch this battle up front between Jordan Casey and Evan C. as they're going to continue just to run the same line. And now JD Brown, in fact, has started to run the slider line.
Absolutely, and it looks like C might have what it takes to get around him. Oh, I don't know. He actually lost a little there. We'll see if if he can or not. It looks like he's jumping up to the butt of him, but then losing him on the exit. So I don't know if he's going to be able to catch him or not here.
All right, well, let's see if he can get it done. Yeah, we're going to start with the puns very early on in the broadcast, as we're going to come to the white flag, this time by Jordan Casey. 3/8 of a mile away from the redraw position. The worst he can start is 6 if he gets the bad luck. With the redraw position, down your back straight away for the final time. In the corners, number 3, and out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. The win going to go to Jordan Casey. Evan Seaholm in second. Third is going to be JD Brown. Fourth will be Aaron Brumbelow. Garrett Niebregi in fifth. Tommy Bush, sixth. Carlson Nicholson, Ray Pinson, Brad Haldane, and Mason Hannigan. Your top 10. 11th is Jason Skinner and Eric Alexander. Home in position number 12. Tommy, what did you make of that opening heat race of the night?
I'm sure you heard the little woo there, and these guys just get it so close, that rear end of the wall, and it's so much fun to watch them. And it looks like this track is already getting that dirt compacted there, and it looks like it's going to be a messy track here going forward. So it'll be a fun one to watch.
You know what it's time for? It's time for Choo Choo Heat number 2 of the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modifieds. Heat number 2, let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Alrighty, starting on pole, we got Hayden Cardwell coming in second. We got Dylan Wilson third, Dustin Hall fourth, Daniel Cummings Jr. fifth, Jed Barton sixth, Jeff Fitzpatrick seventh, Kevin McNatt eighth. We got Eric Scalf ninth, Tanner Folds 10th. I don't know if he's in or not. We got Carter. No. We'll move on to 10th, starting at Steve Kaufman, and final. Last but not least, Adam Sturgill there.
All right, quickly, who do you like in this one?
I'll go with Cardwell. He's always been fast, and he's starting on pole, so can't pick against him there.
Well, I am. I'm going to pick Dylan Wilson as we get set for heat number 2 here at Lanier National Speedway. Green flag is out, and Cardwell got the jump over Dylan Wilson. Now, of course, both those drivers running the D1RT cars. A couple of teammates started on the outside of the front row. Dustin Hall, meanwhile, has made his way into position 3. Daniel Cummings Jr. shoots back to the inside, looking for the drive on the exit of turn number 4, but lap number 1 will belong to Hayden Cardwell.
Yep, and like I said, Hayden's had that speed. He has proven that he is fast on the dirt, and it's going to be tough to get around him. Let's see if he wins this. Let's see, he can go into the draw. Is that correct? So he might, winning this doesn't seal his position there.
No, that's correct. Top 2 will go to the redraw and could start anywhere from first all the way through to 6. Meanwhile, Wilson with a slide job there on Cardwell. Cardwell turns it back underneath him. This time it's Cardwell's turn to run the slider line through turn number 1 and 2. Wilson back to the inside. Lap number 4 of 8. 3 down, 5 to run. It'll be 4 down, 4 to go this time by. And right now it is Dylan Wilson who will lead that lap. And boy, it's going to be on right now over the next 4 laps as Cardwell looks to get back by Dylan Wilson.
Yeah, they're doing some hard racing here in this heat. There's a lot to risk if anything happens. So it's always fun to see these guys kind of lay it on the line here in the heat so they can try to make the best of the position going forward.
That indeed they can as we come down the back straight away. It's Wilson leading Cardwell. Dustin Hall in third, holding off a challenge there from the 24 JR machine. The FEG PC Daredevil Racing. Daniel Cummings Jr. in 4th position. Jed Barton, he will round out your top 5 at the moment. And they've got a bit of a gap back to 6th place position, but we come into turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. Wilson made the mistake. Cardwell up on the inside, 1 to go. Tommy, why don't you bring us home in this one?
And we got Dylan Wilson coming around. Hayden Cardwell, I don't know if he's going to have enough to get to him. He's coming around the inside. He's going to try to take this line, doing everything he possibly can. Oh, he's coming up, he's coming up. Oh! They almost made contact before the line, but they hold off, and Dylan Wilson takes the win on this one.
Cardwell grabs second. Dustin Hall will get third. Cummings Jr., Barton, Scalf, Kaufman, Fitzpatrick, Sturgill, and Folds to complete the 10 cars. The top 10 finishes out in heat race number 2. The third and final heat race of the program. And of course, this shouldn't take any more than I'm going to say an hour because with 36 cars, I think we had. Take qualifying. We're already in heat number 3. We'll have more than likely 2 B mains. Even in worst case scenario, we have 3. We've then got a 30-lap feature event. So around here, it shouldn't take too long. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Row number 1 going to be Blake Majulis and Bryson Daffin. Row 2, Clifford Driscoll and Clyde Dunn. Row 3, Ashton Riggle, John Lopresto. Row 4, James Grace and Brent Fair. Row 5, Devon Thompson, Kenneth Payne. And row 6 is going to be Jacob Prilliman and Nathan Krapas. I'm not even going to... Nathan. We're just going to go with Nathan. I'm going to pull a Steve McMillan on that one. We're just going to go with Nathan K.
Sometimes that's the best way to go about it.
Yes, that was... that certainly had quite a number of letters in that alphabet. And now that we know alphabet soup for him tonight, he's already got it in his pseudo. Nathan, I kid. It's glad to have you back. We're glad to have you here on Ultimate Dirt TV, heat number 3. We are green. Majulis technically should... Well, not technically, but he's certainly the standout driver from this field. Of course, a season champion here at World of Thunder, especially in the UMP modifiers. He picked up 2 season championships last week, the Super Late Models and UMPs, and, well, he's going to look to do that one once again, but he'll run pretty much what we've seen Cardwell and Wilson do, and pretty much Heat 1 do as well, run that slider line with Casey and Evan C. As this track is pretty much burnt out from the bottom of the racetrack. He makes a mistake and now allows Bryson Daffin to the outside, but Majulis continues to run that slider line as they make their way off a turn 4. 3 down, 5 to go. Here comes Daffin to the inside on Majulis. Slide job. Majulis crosses underneath. Good battle on for the race lead, Tommy.
Absolutely, and that shows the skill of Majulis right there, that he did make that little mistake, and he capitalizes almost and gains the speed to not lose the position. Now they are battling for it, but he did not lose the position completely after that little mistake. So, like I said, really showing the skill set there, Blake Majulis and Bryson Daffin actually. Ooh, they're going to do a crossover action. I think they're going to run this out the rest of the race here.
Yeah, 3 laps left to run here in heat race number 3, and it's Majulis and Daffin putting on a show. The driver that's got the best seat in the house, all but us right now, is Clifford Driscoll, who is in 3rd position. He is watching this battle unfold, and while this battle is unfolding right now, I'm going to say Clifford Driscoll might just be a sneaky chance at picking up either the win or even a 2nd place here in this heat race, but he's going to only have 1 lap left to run in this heat race. Majulis gets clear of Daffin by a couple of tenths of a second. Daffin stays up top in turn number 1 and 2. The white flag is out. Final time. Final heat race of the night into 3 and 4. Majulis down low. Daffin down low. Driscoll up top. Oh, Majulis into the wall. Oh, Driscoll's going to sneak home. How about that?
Oh, wow.
Daffin gets the win ahead of Driscoll. Majulis 3rd. Lopresto, Dunn, Thompson, Fair, Payne, Prilliman, and Nathan.
To be honest, I thought Lopresto was going to pop up there and end up taking a podium out of Majulis there, but hey, that was some good racing there in that heat, and usually, like I said, they try to stay clean. You don't see that fun excitement right there this early.
Boy, it certainly happened there in the final cut. And what did I say? I said Driscoll might be a chance of sneaking into the top 2.
You did. You know your stuff. I'll give you that.
Yeah, look, it's
now,
not. It's not my.
In this run, do you think if Aaron's car gets loose, it's because he's rumbling down low?
Well, I just hope he doesn't go too high and gets into the Tommy Bush.
Oh, yeah, that is never fun because you'll end up in a steep coffin then.
Yeah, and then that's when we're going to have to start saving grace.
Absolutely, because you'll feel the Kennedy pain then. If you can make one out of Nathan's name, you win.
Yeah, no.
There's a McNatt flying around Nathan.
He's probably going to take a Krapowski's.
Right. And these guys,
we're sorry,
it's
Nathan.
going to be a fun one for sure. No, hey, we have a blast up here. It's all for fun and entertainment. If you shoot us a little message on how to actually pronounce it, we will get that right, I promise.
I'm trying to even sound it out. Kropazuski? Kropazuski? I don't know. Anyhow, quickly.
I think we're getting there.
We've gone from Nathan to Nathan K to Nathan Kropazuski. Nathan, if you are watching or someone knows Nathan, please tell us how to say it, just so we can at least get something right in this one. 10 laps on the board. B main number 1. I don't even know how many go through. The car on the outside I think that was Lepresto, and a couple of people might get a black flag for that because his car just sort of drove straight, and it actually, you're not allowed to pass on the inside as the yellow flag is going to fly. And there is John Lepresto in car number 71. Again, not sure what happened. Maybe some sort of hardware issue on that machine, but that's going to be a couple of black flags cleared.
That is never fun, and that's the good old technology there. You know, that's the fun thing about iRacing, though. In the real track, if that happens, you're in the pits for the rest of the night. You know, here you get a little grace, you get a little fun here. So
yeah, certainly get a bit of James Grace about it. Oh, yeah, it just looked like his screen went black because he didn't actually, like, those wheels never actually turned. They kept straight, and well, thankfully where he ended up, there's actually an ambulance over there, so. Turns out if you really wanted to. And did you know that, and this is something that I picked up on quite a while ago at this racetrack as we come back to live pictures, if you look out of turn number 4 where the ambulance is, when we go yellow, those lights flash. When we turn the lights off, when we go green, they stay off.
Very interesting. So you know you've been around a while when you're noticing things like that, Brad. I do gotta give you that.
Yeah, small things sometimes can amuse small minds.
Absolutely.
Story of my life, small things. Anyhow, 4 down, 6 to run. The restart, Aaron Brumbelow, Jed Barton. Now the top 7 go through from this B main, and there'll be only 2 B mains on the program for tonight. Of course, the numbers, as I said, we reached about 36 as the 14 car gets into the back of the 5, and that looks like it was Tommy Bush into the back of Devin Thompson. As Thompson will look to come back to the inside down through turn number 1 and 2. Bush trying to get upstairs, trying to run the bush.
Yeah, and Aaron Brumbelow got a heck of a start on that restart there. He took off there, but now we're seeing Barton kind of pull up there, and we've even got, like you said, I think is that Thompson down there running the show. Yep,
Thompson running the bottom side in the black and orange number 5 machine. On his outside, Ray Pinson in the 243. You can see that car's for sale, and every time I've seen a for sale sign on a car, Tommy, it generally goes upside down.
That's how it works. That's the magic of the for sale sign there.
Yeah, if you want to junk a car, just slap a for sale sign on it and just come iRacing. As Jed Barton and Aaron Brumbelow, Jed Barton going to lead that lap. In fact, as Brumbelow going to try and come back at him through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Couple of laps to run, Tommy, and this one is going to be done and dusted. And your top 7 are going to make it through to the main event. And again, we'll have a 30-lap main event in this one later on this evening. But this D1RT number 115 car, Jed Barton, he leads down the back straight away for the final time through turn number 3. Brumbelow, he was close to tagging the back of the number 15 car, but not going to happen. Jed Barton, he gets the win. Brumbelow second, Pinson, Thompson third and fourth, Bush, Hannigan, and McNatt. Those top 7 drivers are going to continue on. Grace Payne and Kropazuski. Kropazuski, how about that?
Perfect.
Kropazuski. But that is a tongue twister. If you can say his name 5 times without knowing it, we're going to go with 5 times because I think 10's a bit too much. Like you'd run out of breath.
You would, absolutely. You'd be like a cat running out of a meow, you know?
Yeah, meow, don't start, seriously. I copped that cat during the super late model broadcast. Alright, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Alrighty, starting on pole, we got Daniel Cummings Jr. Next to him, we got Garrett Nieberger. In third, Clyde Dunn. Fourth, Eric Scalf. Fifth, Carson Nicholson. Sixth, Brent Fair. Seventh, Jeff Fitzpatrick. Eighth, we got Brad Haldane. And ninth, we got Jacob Prilliman. And 10th, Tanner Foles. 11th, Jason Skinner. 12th, Ashton Riggle, and finishing up the... Nope, that was it. There was a scroll there. I apologize.
There was meant to be another person, but they have not entered the server. I think it's going to be a good race between Cummings Jr. and Niebuhr. Thank you for that follow as well. Appreciate it. 10 laps on the board. Tommy, it's your race to start.
Alrighty, so here we go. They are off. Dan Cummings Jr. gets a good start there, I believe. Sorry, there we go. Yep, that was Dan Cummings Jr. He gets a good start there. We got two lines running there. They're actually running 3 lines there. We got a little mid track action there coming in to the turn, and they're keeping it clean. They're keeping it good, and Daniel Cummings Jr. is going to come around to lead this one again, I believe.
Yeah, just watching the 90 car of Jeff Fitzpatrick right now. He's in and around the 5th and 6th position, and again, you need to be inside the top 7. 7th place is Brent Fair in the number 22 machine. That's the white and blue machine on the outside. You can see the 08, the black and green. Jacob Prilliman working to the inside, trying to get that 7th and final transfer position. Meanwhile, Nicholson through the middle of the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2, trying to get by Clyde Dunn. But your top 3, Daniel Cummings Jr., Garrett Niebuhr, and Eric Scalf. And Cummings and Niebuhr, they're both running away with this one. And again, if you're sitting in second spot, are you more inclined to just ride there in second, or are you wanting to get the win and pick up another position?
The way I look at it, I'm going to sit there in second, especially with the gap that I got there that they're running. I'd rather just stay clean, keep that going, because, man, if you get a little bump and you fall back, that can really mess with your head going into the later races there.
Clyde Dunn just having a wild half a lap there as they go 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. Dunn into the wall again. He might be well done in a minute. We might have to call him the steak.
Absolutely. These guys, and they say, they get on rails, and these guys are just pulling farther and farther away, it looks like. And then you got back in the pack, you got some guys trying things that you necessarily wouldn't see just to trying to make the last run here. You're seeing cars all over trying to make anything work here.
All right, they make their way into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Your leader, Daniel Cummings Jr. He's just been shown the popsicle sticks. No, he's not having an ice cream. That just means there's 2 laps left to run in the final B main of the night before we head into the redraw. We'll go downstairs with Steve McMillan in just a few moments' time, and we'll do the top 6 redraw starting positions to see where these drivers will in fact line up. And the final 3/8 of a mile for the preliminary action is about to be complete. The checkered flag and a wave off turn number 4. Your winner in B main number 2, Daniel Cummings Jr. Garrett Niebuhr home in 2nd. Scaff will grab 3rd. Nicholson will grab 4th. Fitzpatrick 5th. Prilliman in 6th. And Fair in 7th. Those 7 drivers going to continue on in tonight's 30-lap main event. Let's go trackside and chat with Stephen McMillan, who we are getting ready for the redraw positions.
All right, you ready? 6, that's right. Heat race number 1, winner car number 42, D1RT, entry Jordan Casey.
Position 4.
Second heat race, car number 80, D1RT, entry Dylan Wilson.
Position 3.
Heat race number 3, winner, car number 18, Bad Motorsports, Bryson Daffer.
Position 2.
Heat race number 1, second place finisher, car number 33, VLR, entry Evan C.
Jeez, this guy just wins the jackpot. Pole position.
Heat race number 2, second place, car number 7, D1RT, entry
5th.
Hayden Carwell, my bad.
I was waiting for you to finish it.
All right, in the heat race number 3, car number 63, Clifford Driscoll.
Position 6.
All righty. Congratulations, drivers. Have a good race.
Thank you. All right, no, why I said thank you, but it is what it is. All right, Tommy, we just had the redraw position. Evan C. starts on pole alongside Bryson Daffin. Those guys, well, one picked up the win in Heat 3 and the other one came second in Heat 1. And well, with a bit of luck with the redraw, Evan C. starts on pole. He's going to be very tough to beat.
Absolutely, and that's what I find interesting about this league in general is the redraw, and that really switches things up. It really gives these guys something to kind of sit on the edge of their seat as they're racing. You know, you got a lot to race for in these heat races, but hey, it could switch all up just because of the luck of the draw here, and random.org might have a little against you.
I certainly think random.org's got something against Hayden Cardwell, by the way. Just hey, I gotta say, he was in the redraw for the last one, and there was 8 cars in the redraw, and he actually got a mid-pack. He got a 5th draw in that one, so I mean that's not too bad considering that. Well, the luck that he's had has just been pretty crap, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think last week you even saw Hayden get the draw, and he was going to start on first. He got bumped to the back of the redraw there, if I'm correct.
Yep, that's what happens, and that's, I guess, when you're random.org and you don't like Hayden Cardwell, that's the number that you like to give. But I mean it sucks because every time we do it, every time I do it, I kind of feel bad because I know where Hayden's going to start, and Hayden knows where he's going to start too. It's going to be somewhere near the back.
Well, hey, that's like I said, that's part of the league here, and that's what I like about what Steve's doing with the World of Thunder. Does great things over there. So if you're not familiar with the World of Thunder, hop over there, check those guys out. They do a great job. Like I said, Steve really takes ownership of that league and really changes it up for you to keep the entertainment value up for us as well, not only the drivers.
All right, well, it is time for our main event. Of course, don't forget to check out dirtfan.com as well. It's time to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And a reminder, the top 6 positions are the drivers in the redraw, so they are going to be incorrect. From position 7th, we'll be on back. Let's take a look at how they line up. Just the 23 starters in this one for tonight's main event. The top 6 drivers in the redraw. We can tell you Evan C. will start on pole alongside Bryson Daffin. Jordan Casey and Dylan Wilson will be in row number 2. 5th and 6th are in fact correct as well. Hayden Cardwell alongside Clifford Driscoll. JD Brown, Dustin Hall out of positions number 7 and 8. 9th is going to be Blake Majulis. 10th will be Jed Barton. Daniel Cummings Jr. in 11th. Aaron Brombelow 12th. 13th is going to be Garrett Niebregi. Ray Pinson in 14th. 15th is going to be Eric Scalf. Devin Thompson in position number 16. Carson Nicholson out of position 17th. Tommy Bush out of position number 18. Jeff Fitzpatrick out of position number 19. Position 20 is going to be Mason Hannigan. 21st will be Jacob Prilliman. 22nd, Kevin McNatt. And Brent Fair in position number 23. Now we know where everybody starts. Tommy, I'll give you an opportunity to pick someone. Who's going to win tonight's main event?
I think it's going to come down between. I'm going to generalize it to 3 here, and I'm going to say going to come in between Evan, Hayden, and Blake Majulis. I think they can do it there. All 3 of these guys have the opportunity.
Yeah, I was actually going to pick Majulis to probably get a top 3, but again, seeing these drivers, week after week, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to not put Dylan Wilson in that fray as well. Hayden Cardwell, Evan C. I mean, Jordan Casey. There's so much talent riding throughout this field. It's hard just to try and single one out. But I am going to pick the guy that starts on pole. And like I said, 9 out of 10 times I will, because he's going to be the one that gets to dictate the pace at the start. With that being said, he gets to jump early. He gets that run going into 1. It's now up to the drivers to get back by that car that starts on pole. But as we see the field make their way into corners number 3 and 4, but they factor in 1 and 2. What a moron I am! They're going to go down into 3 and 4 now, and there is no better sight in all of motorsports, Tommy, than the 4 wide salute and the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. These drivers are 4 wide here at Lanier.
Yes, this is a sight to see. That is correct. I'd be nervous sitting here lining up 4 wide at a track like this. Guy gets squirrely, just hit that throttle a little, and he could injure Race pretty early here. So,
well, it's a little bit hard in the UMP modifieds as well, because they're so touchy and just they're twitchy as well. So, I mean, these guys.
I was going to ask, do you run these at all yourself?
Oh God, no.
You think I'm a wrecking ball with the pro models? You should see me in these things.
Yeah, no, I'll pass on those. I'll pass on these things. It's just, I think I've tried them about 5 or 6 times, and I think I've attempted to do about 60 laps, and I think 3 of them are counted for lap times.
There you go, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I've got my camera set on Hayden Cardwell. I'm watching from the back. I want to see the moves that he is going to make. I think off this restart, we got something good to watch here.
Well, he come from
Restart the start.
he come from 5th to finish 3rd in the super late models. Majulis finished 4th. Davin Cardwell got the win. He's not in the UMP here tonight. And Kendall Tucker, who we're used to seeing as well, he's not here either. But we are starting lap 5 of 35, which means we are going green flag action this time by, ladies and gentlemen, your main event for the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. Let's get dirty for 30 here at Lanier, and we are green as Evan C will once again get the jump down into turn number 1 and 2. Who's going to make it through 1 and 2? All fine. Everybody, all 23 drivers doing the best that they can. Bryson Duffin working the outside. Tommy, one thing to note, these drivers, they're all, well, there's a lot of the drivers running the bottom side, not running that slider line like we've seen in the heat races.
Absolutely. So they're switching it up a bit. We saw Dylan Wilson kind of get into the back of Jordan Casey a little bit back there, and Casey was able to hold on to it. Neither of them really lost anything. And they continue here, but I'm still watching Cardwell, waiting for him to make this move. As we see him move, I thought he was going to get to 3rd place there, as we saw him move up into 4th. But they're just crossing over here, exchanging. They're running these 2 lines. Very nice. Got some very good. Oh, I thought he was going to come up onto the line and take it, but no, not just yet. Who is that? That is Daffrin, I believe. He's got a little too much for him on the exit.
Well, your top 5, 6, nearly 7 drivers all work the bottom side of the racetrack. Now look at Cardwell. He thought, you know what, I've had enough. I'm going back upstairs. I'm going to try and run these guys down. I'm going to try and pass them on the top side. And again, top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. We'll keep an eye on the times right now. Bryson Duffin, Blake Majulis, both upstairs in turns 3 and 4. Very similar. There was 4 1,000ths of a second separating Cardwell and Dylan Wilson, and they were a 10th quicker than your race leader, Evan C. So it almost looks like that C is holding him up at the moment. But Tommy, it's something we spoke about earlier, fixed setup racing. It takes the setup equation out. Evan C around. There was contact with Wilson, but C up into the wall and upside down. The C just parted.
And we see Hayden Cardwell. You say the C parted. Well, his pants just farted because he just barely missed that mess there.
He may have even just shotted.
That was the right word I was looking for. Oh, man, he just barely missed out on that. And that is what they call race luck, folks. So Hayden's going to start 2nd now. He's making that run that I thought he'd make.
Well, that was, again, that just looked like a racing deal. There was nothing in it between Wilson and C. And I picked Dylan Wilson to get the win now, by the way.
Yes, see, so look at that. We got 1-2 on our picks. That usually doesn't happen when I make picks with Howdy. So maybe we got something going on.
All right, just to recap, while we are under the yellow flag conditions, we are going to be 10 laps in with 20 laps to run. As you see, the field still lined up, somewhat single and double file restarts here as the lights will turn off here on the iRacing.com pace track. It will be 20 laps left to run. Dylan Wilson, the D1RT entry, Super Moon Graphics, car number 80, leads his teammate driving the D1RT World of Thunder entry of Hayden Cardwell. JD Brown in 3rd, Bryson Duffin 4th, Jordan Casey and Blake Majulis will make up the 3rd row. Green flag back out onto the racetrack, and Cardwell, he timed that start very, very well. He runs the top side through 1 and 2. How far does he cut down to the bottom side through 3 and 4? He goes to the middle of the racetrack, slides up, goes to that slider line. Wilson stays down low. They drag race off turn number 4. It's Wilson by probably half a car length.
And now we got guys trying to take that middle lane and see what they can make out of that. They cross over into that top lane, and I thought we were going to get a little 3-wide action there at this short track for a second.
Look at this, 2 by 2 by 2 for the first 6 positions. They are just the way they restart is how they're currently running. So first, third, and fifth all run the bottom. 2, 4, and 6 run the top side. Daffin goes to the middle. He will slide up. Majulis follows him through turn number 3 and 4. Wilson will lead that lap by probably half a car length, maybe a quarter of a car length. Wilson continues to run down low. Cardwell trying to keep his speed and momentum up on the top side. Yellow flag is out, and look at that. I'm not going to pick on him, but it does have a for sale sign. Ray Pinson around.
Hey, it happens like you said. If you want to slide it on the top, get it beat up, bumped up, bruised up, that's the way to do it. You slap a for sale sign on it.
So we'll wait and see how these drivers line back up, whether Hayden Cardwell has the race lead. In fact, Dylan Wilson going to tuck in behind the number 7 car. So now Cardwell is going to be his opportunity. I believe he might get to pick a lane choice here, whether he wants to start on the inside or outside. Tommy, at this stage, roughly as we come to the halfway stage of the race, both lines being even. What would you prefer? What would you pick if you were in Hayden Cardwell's shoes right now?
Oh, if I was in his shoes, I'd be shaking because I'd be taking out the whole field probably on this restart. But it seems like he's really comfortable with that top line. He's running smooth up there. He hasn't kissed that wall yet because I've been watching him. He's getting close. I think he takes that top line. I think he stays with it. But it looks like he's going to take the bottoms. The little do I know. That's
not diff oil dropping out of the bottom of his race car either, ladies and gentlemen. That's just changing his underwear.
Right.
Joke reference to go back from about, I don't know, 4 minutes ago. Anyhow, 13 to run. Green flag is out. Cardwell, Wilson. This time it's Cardwell to stay on the bottom side. Wilson going to rail the top side through turn number 1 and 2. Rolls reversed. And it's still going to be side by side again. 2 by 2 by 2. Casey trying to drive it in deep on the top side of the racetrack. He gets tight. He's going to open up the door for the cars behind him in position 6. As there goes Majulis. He's going to slide to the top of the racetrack. Daffin gets into the wall. But the battle between Cardwell and Wilson, as Wilson has got the run on the outside. Cardwell, he's not giving up on the bottom side. Casey into the wall once again. 11 to go this time by Tommy. It's still on for the race lead.
Absolutely, and not only is the race lead interesting, this whole race, they're running 2 by 2 by 2 there, and we're starting to see them kind of file off into that single file line, but still going back. You got a lot of that 2 by 2 by 2 action, and it is fun and exciting. This is the way racing should be, guys.
Kind of a pucker up moment there for Bryson Daffin as Blake Majulis put a slide job on him, and geez, that made me nearly pucker up there for Bryson Daffin. That could have been disastrous, but have a look at Daniel Cummings Jr. We spoke about him last week, being able to pass a lot of cars during the main event. He's done it again here tonight. He's up into about the 7th or 8th position, but we go back towards the front of the field. And this stage, with the tracks like this, Tommy, it's nice to see these guys, being able to come from the back or even mid-pack up inside of the top 10 and really showcase the speed that some of these guys have.
Absolutely, and again, that speaks to the skill set I believe that these guys have as well. The fact that you can pull up in these UMPs through the field, that means a lot because, like you said, they are squirrely. It takes a lot to control these things, and for these guys mid-pack going 2 by 2 by 2 to make these passes, it's not single file. It's not like you're just going around the outside. You're having to find a lane to get around. You're having to make your magic work there. So very interesting to watch everything here unfold.
Well, there's a logo that I haven't seen in a long time, the Team Dirt Dog. The number 14 machine. Yellow is out on the racetrack, and I was just taking a look at the number 14, the Bad Racing Team Dirt Dog, JD Brown in 3rd spot. Considering the drivers around him, you talk about the likes of Dylan Wilson, Hayden Cardwell, Blake Majulis, Jordan Casey. I mean, some of the best in the business that iRacing has to offer, and JD Brown, he's up there with these guys, and on a track that is what I feel is multi-groove, top, bottom, even slider line. It's fairly even. Not much more you could ask for in a racetrack, Tommy.
No, absolutely. You've said it all right there. And what I like to see is this track is not an easy track. It looks like it's messy. It looks like it's nasty. And it's not, like I said, it's not easy to drive. So I can't speak enough to the skill set that these drivers have to really keep it under control and give us a good race up in the booth here.
So, not an extended green-white checker, but nonetheless a green-white checker to finish this one up, Dylan Wilson, Hayden Cardwell, JD Brown. Now, of course, we will go single file, and that has got to be certainly favourable for the driver of the number 80 machine, because he's got the opportunity to run that slider line and just protect those slide jobs that might be incoming, and he could also take away the speed from the guys running the top side. Here we go, pace truck to the infield. The green-white checker to come out here at Lanier National Speedway for the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. Cardwell stays up top. He gets a good run through 1 and 2. Brown also working down low. So lighter line, but the yellow is out, and it is the number 4 car. I believe that's going to be Kevin McNatt, just looking at that race car. If I can get to the right car, there we go. Yes, it's Kevin McNatt in the number 4R machine. He's facing the wrong way.
And I think Wilson will end up the leader on this restart. It's showing Cardwell up front right now, but I do believe Wilson was up front when it was dropped, but I could be wrong.
No, you were correct. Wilson's going to restart in first position. Of course, they just had to catch up to the iRacing.com pace truck, who decides he wants to go about, I don't know, 40 miles per hour.
So last week you were talking about at USA, that pace truck is here. It seems like it's floating. But at USA, it seems like it is grandma on the highway, and it is not.
I wouldn't even go grandma style. Like, it's... You go from, what are we at? So I reckon these are probably 25 to 30 second lap times under yellow. You go to USA, it takes 25 seconds just to get through turns 1 and 2.
Absolutely. It's a little daunting, to say the least.
Oh, we're going back green flag racing, this time by once again. This is an extended green-white checker situation. Wilson, Cardwell through 1 and 2. Both run the slider line. Wilson, can he get the drive off turn 2? Yes, he can. He stays up front. JD Brown putting pressure on the inside. As look at Blake Majulis in the 1-27 car. He is driving it in balls deep. He's not letting anything slap that wall. As Wilson will lead the field through 1 and 2 here on the final lap. Through turn number 3 and 4. Are we going to see the fireworks cam go off here? I hope we get to see the fireworks go off, but that's disappointing. No fireworks. The win goes to Dylan Wilson. Hayden Cardwell home in second. Third at the line is going to be JD Brown. Fourth is going to be Blake Majulis, Jordan Casey in fifth. Bryson Daffin, Dustin Hall, Daniel Cummings Jr., Aaron Brumbelow, Jed Barton in 9th and 10th. And you're back to Scalf, Nicholson, Pinson, Thompson, Driscoll, Bush, Nebrigi, Prilliman, Hannigan, C, Fair, Fitzpatrick, and McNatt. So 2 cars finishing a lap down or worse, and that was Fitzpatrick and McNatt. So still 21 cars on the lead lap. But very impressive from all these drivers here at Lanier, Tommy.
Absolutely. So I thought the short track would bring out a bunch of bumping and a lot of action, but hey, they kept it. I think we only saw the 3 yellow flags there in that final race. So congrats to you guys out there, the drivers. You ran a fantastic race for the viewers, the broadcasters, and everybody watching along.
All right, so we are just awaiting the arrival of our winner. So what we'll do, we'll go backwards this time. We'll go from 3rd through to 1st. I'll chat to the driver that comes home in 3rd place tonight, driving car number 14, the Bad Racing Team Dirt Dog entry. It is going to be Mr. JD Brown. And JD, when you unmute your mic, congratulations on this 3rd place run here tonight. Geez, it was a hell of a run by you, and being able to run with these guys throughout this whole 30-lap feature event. The car was pretty good.
Yeah, we were doing good on the bottom. I was planning just to roll it and see where we end up, and it ended up us with a podium finish, so pretty good for the competition that was here tonight.
Well, you certainly know how to get around this racetrack and get around in a UMP modified series. What was going to be the main focus in trying to keep this number 14 machine up near the front of the field all night long?
I just keep consistent on the bottom. I wasn't really looking to go up to the top anytime soon because I feel like I would more mistakes up there, so just try to keep it consistent and not make any mistakes down there. Just hold my line and see where we ended up.
You caught me mid-yawn anyhow. Congratulations on a 3rd place run here tonight. We'll let you get out of here, but before we do, of course, sponsors on the race car. Who gets it done for you, buddy? Who helps you?
I think HM Automotive, SCP Performance, and everyone at Bad Racing. Another top 3, and the other guys did a pretty solid run too. So overall, good night for us for bad racing.
All right, JD Brown, they're home in 3rd place. Tommy, you good for another interview?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you chat to the driver that comes home in 2nd place tonight, Hayden Cardwell.
Congrats, Mr. Cardwell. This is Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers. You had a fantastic run today. I was watching pretty much that entire final race. Why don't you go through a little bit of that restart where you took that bottom line? I, up in the booth, thought you were going to kind of take that top line. It seemed like you were a little more comfortable there in that top line.
Yeah, you know, we had that one restart with about 15 to go, and I ended up rolling the top around Wilson there. And I didn't know if the top was faster or Wilson kept on messing up on the bottom. I really couldn't tell, but then we had a caution about 5 laps later, and I was in the lead. And I wasn't going to try anything stupid on the top, and I just kind of pinned it to the bottom. And it allowed him to get back around me, and I just couldn't do much after that.
And I'll tell you what, it seems like I've been in the booth for the past 2 weeks. The past 2 weeks, you've got the butt end of the stick when it comes to the redraw. But hey, it's the part of the fun of the league, and I give you credit because you've climbed up through on both of them. Kind of give a little bit of insight about climbing through the field. I mean, you didn't have to do too much climbing, but the track was fast, it seemed like, and guys were running both lines. And you stayed clean there. It was really that first restart, or first start. Why don't you go through that and kind of making up what you did, like four spots in that first, 2 laps?
Yeah, anytime you get a bad pill draw or whatever it is on those redraws, you just gotta be patient. You know, you gotta take what everybody else gives you on the racetrack, and then once you settle in, you'll try other lines enough, and that's what we did. And ended up getting a really good start, and just missed it a little bit tonight in the future, but we'll take a second.
Absolutely. Like I said, you have proven that you are a driver and you are fast. I gotta know though, did you see how close you were to getting taken out by that first accident there when they turned in a little too sharp in that turn?
Oh yeah, going into turn 1, I knew that Evan and Wilson were battling each other hard, and I saw him spinning. I was like, great, here we go. We're junked. And somehow he missed it, and I was really shocked by that. But yeah, that was definitely a close call.
Absolutely, and hey, sometimes you get the draw, the race goes, the luck goes against you, and then in a wreck like that, you hit the gas and you got through it, and the luck went your way. Thank you again. You showed speed. It was great watching you. Who do you want to give a shout out for making it happen for you?
Yeah, I just gotta thank Steve McMillan. Owner of this league, he helps me out, helps me get around these leagues and stuff. Can't thank him enough. Can't thank Brett, everybody at the broadcast, D1RT for all they do, and hopefully when we race this 410 race, we can pull off the win, because we finished 3rd in the Super, 2nd in the mods, and hopefully can somehow find a way to pull out a win in the 410s.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we'll be watching, that's for sure. I'll be up in the booth again rooting for you, because you put on a great show here, and you like to run that top line. It's always interesting. You are fast up there, and I know myself, I can't run that to save my life. So thank you again, sir. It's always fun watching you, and we'll look for you in the next race.
Thank you. Take it easy.
All right, there we go. Hayden Cardwell chatting with Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers. We'll chat to your winner here tonight, getting the job done. There was controversy surrounding the contact, but looked like to be a racing deal. We'll get his thoughts on the incident. But before we get there, of course, Dylan Wilson, congratulations on the victory. Boy, that was a tough one to come by, but in the end, you held off Hayden Cardwell and the likes as well. What would you make of that race?
Yeah, it was fun. Kind of wild there for a minute, but it is what it is. That's just how Evan is. So I tried to race him clean, and we got together a little bit, and I never want to pass anybody like that, but I felt like it was more his fault than mine. So unfortunately it happened, and we were able to hold on at the end. Thankfully we had that restart where I started on the outside and got around Hayden again after he got around me, so I just kind of ran that line to the finish.
Now you obviously get to, on those restarts, you guys get to choose the inside or outside lane. Is that the case here tonight? You just wanted the inside lane, and were you surprised that sort of Hayden took that inside lane, or was it you guys have to line up on the inside or outside?
Well, I wanted the bottom, but to be good down there, you had to keep your tires really cool, so you couldn't really spin them. Once I got stuck on the top, you have to be on the gas, and you're really spinning the tires, getting them hot. So I knew I wouldn't be able to run the bottom again after running the top for a couple laps. So I just kind of married myself to it and hoped that the restarts and everything played out in my favor.
All right, talk us through these last couple of green-white checkers. The second, or the penultimate one, the second last one, was a green-white checker, but not an extended version. You get into 1 and 2, all right, and then you go down to 3 and 4, and all of a sudden there's a car sort of facing the wrong way, and then you guys got to have another green-white checker. Single file obviously helped you in those green-white checker situations.
Yeah, single file definitely helped. Like I said, it seemed kind of one line once everybody's tire got hot. It seemed like the bottom. It seemed like it was there a little bit. I saw JD and Hayden battling behind me, both using different lines. So I knew it was there, but for me, I wanted to run that same line I was used to and just count the laps off. And the green-white checkers are what they are. And with my teammate behind me, I knew he really wasn't going to do anything stupid, but he'd drive me hard. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on the victory here at Lanier National Speedway. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate a win. Are we going to see you in the 410s first?
I doubt it. I'm got to get off here and get some stuff done for work tomorrow. So.
All right, well, it's a shame we're not going to see you in the 410s like we did last week, but congratulations on the win here at Lanier. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate. But before we do, of course, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes the wheels turn on this number 80 machine?
Thanks to D1RT Racing, Real the Thunder for putting this on, and UDTV for broadcasting, and anybody watching. I hope it was a good show.
I think Tommy was trying to say, and Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers, but we'll get that one out there. Tommy, what do you reckon?
What was that there? I didn't catch you.
Were you actually coughing, or were you trying to get a free shout-out from...
No, I did have something. I went down the wrong pipe there.
You had something tickling that throat, eh? Well, that'll wrap us up from Lanier National Speedway for round number 3 of the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com UMP Modified Series. Tommy, as always, it's been a pleasure here to have you back in the booth on a Sunday night to watch some more UMP Modifieds. We're not done with just yet. In about an hour's time, we travel to the dirt track at Charlotte, the home of the place of the World Finals for the 410 Wings Sprint Cars. That should be an exciting show.
Absolutely. Those 410s are always a fun one. They're fast. They're furious. So
900 odd horsepower 410 wing sprint cars on the cards in about 1 hour's time. Server opens up in 52 minutes, 51 minutes if you want to be exact. And in 61 minutes time is when we're going to have a new live feed up on Facebook and YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you head over to our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on there already. If you haven't done so, hit subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Give us a like on the video. And of course, if you haven't done so already, head over to our Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Give us a like and a follow as well. Make sure you check out DirtFan.com on their social media pages as well as their website, DirtFan.com, and of course, World of Thunder as well, WOTRL.com. Of course, don't forget to keep up to date with on the stuff that we've got going on here at Ultimate Dirt TV by checking out our website, www.ultimatedirttv.com. And of course, you can check out the wonderful sponsors that help us as well. A big thank you to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, the World of Thunder iRacing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing, iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, and everybody that makes this all possible, and on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers, and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell, good night. Just quickly before we go, Tommy, once again, where can the people find your social media pages?
www.bwsports1.com, or you can always use that search button up there on Facebook and search Checkers and Wreckers.
All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Tommy, and we'll see you we'll see you guys in about an hour's time for the 410 Winged Sprint Cars. We travel to the dirt track at Charlotte. Good night.